Let me go get you the world, baby. I'll be right back. Get your diamonds and them pearls, baby.
Hello there. Welcome to So Sweet Sundays. I'm Sweets.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Dexter.
I'm Cupcake.
And I'm Mish.
And today on So Sweet Sundays, we're going to be talking about, do you trust God? And if so, with what? And if you do not, why not? So we're going to shuffle it up like... And we are going to start with Rosie.
Of course we are. Do I trust God? And with what? Yes, I trust God. With everything. I think the obstacle for me has been long suffering. Mm-hmm. Of course, biblically, we know, trust in the Lord with all your heart. We know all of the, because I would say all of us have enough, well, especially you, but all of us have enough word where we know those scriptures, he'll never leave you nor forsake you. Like, we know those things, but sometimes you get to a place, it's like you read it, you know it, but you're not feeling it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, I know, God's not giving me a spirit of fear. Mm-hmm. Or I know, lean not into your own understanding. Mm-hmm. I know, wherever you go, I shall be with you. I understand, take up your cross and walk. Like, I understand those things. I know those things. I'm familiar with those scriptures. Mm-hmm. But sometimes life be lifing. Yeah. And it's like, you can read it, you can say it to yourself. And sometimes it's just like, I know what it say, but Lord, it just don't feel like it, So it's like, it's never that I don't trust him. It's just sometimes the process is hard. And sometimes it's like, he clearly thinks I'm stronger than I know. Mm-hmm. Because, it's definitely those moments where it's like, I don't want to do this. Yeah. So for me, it's not a lack of trust. It's just like, enduring the process. But you overcome that by getting in your word, seeking God more, reading your Bible more. I mean, there's fasting. All of those things can help you overcome those hurdles. But I think that it's important to be, transparent that sometimes it's hard. Mm-hmm. Being saved is not for the faint of heart, because it doesn't mean like, I'm saved and nothing's ever going to go wrong. And I'm going to have this glorious life. It's going to be me and the Lord, and we're going to be skipping down the yellow brick road and everything's going to be great. And I'm going to get a new car and yes, God can provide all of those things. But I mean, if you are reading your Bible, you know that the big characters of the Bible, they suffered. Mm-hmm. People being in jail, like all types of things happened. Jesus suffered. Mm-hmm. So, you have to really ask yourself, like, well, if Jesus suffered and he was perfect, he was without sin, how can we think that we won't? Right. But it doesn't make it easier, because sometimes I tell God, like, I get it. You're just. Yeah. But this is hard. Yeah. Like, I understand like what Jesus endured, and I'm not trying to negate what Jesus endured, but I'm not Jesus. And I really do say that, like, this is tough, but just leaning into him more is, the best way to overcome it.
So is it your mind, your heart, or your flesh that betrays you?
My mind.
Your mind? My
mind betrays me. Cause it's just like, it takes up its bed and walks. Like, be like, girl, get the stick and the bandana too. We all like, and it's like, but you cast down imagination and every high thing that exalts itself above the knowledge of God. So it's definitely my mind. I think my flesh whooped me for a while, but I think I've come to the point where it's like, nah, I see when it's flesh, like, I know it. Yeah, but it's definitely my mind. But like lately, and I saw, it's so random because I saw it on TikTok. And so lately, like when the devil tries it, I'd be like, no, God already worked that out. Yeah. Like, and I say it audibly, like God, and it's like, and I was telling her, I picture Satan as like Hades from Hercules, the movie, and it's like, and then when I say this, like he just has to dissipate, like in my mind. Okay, in my mind, that's how it looks. Like he's like, whoo, like he he can't do it. And I feel like he's like, oh, I hate when she says that. But it's like, here she goes again. Stupid TikTok, like, you know, but that's really, like, it's funny, but, like, it's really been helping me, you know? So I'm like, nah, God already worked that out. And he's like, oh, stupid. Like, you know, I feel like, and I was like, ooh, you're mad. You don't like that, but I don't like you. So, hey.
Exactly. Both same.
Right.
We don't like each other.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's what's helping you right now.
Right now, yeah. Yeah, it's like, God already worked that out. Because if I don't stop it, as soon as it comes, it's going to be like this whole rabbit hole of the what ifs and how come and why and what, you know, because like I would say normally I'm a very logical person. This. If this, then that. And God doesn't work in logistics of things. So I can't think of it in my feeble, you know, because to him, my mind is like, it's nothing, you know, because it's like, and I think you get to that place where you're like, man, like it's going to have to be bad, you know, for this to go the way that I need it to go. But the reality of the situation is God is in control of everything. Yes. So he doesn't have to do something that I as a human would have to do, you know. So it's like what he does is it blows our mind. It's beyond regular thinking. It's beyond, you know, our point of reference. It's beyond anything that we can even relate it to. So it's like, you know, just kind of humbling yourself and understanding like his mind is not your mind, right? Because he's in control of all things, right? And you know, it's like Jay had said too, like it's like you don't know what conversations God is having with other people on the back end as well. So it's like, dang, you know, and my friend messaged me. She's like, God is silent, but he's not still. Yes. And I was like, dang, that's crazy, because it's like I remember praying like, whoo, I feel like I'm like, I know when you at the point of that breakthrough, it's like it feels like God is like, you know. So I'm like saying like, man, like I feel like you're not saying anything, but I'm just gonna keep praying because I know how that goes. And then like literally she messaged me and was like, God is silent, but he's not still. And so like in my mind, like in a spiritual realm, I just picture God like kicking and punching people in the face and like doing moving stuff and get this out of here. No, because I mean that's the reality of it. Like as we're asleep, God is yet still working. You know, as we're worrying, God is still honoring his promise to us and still working. So I, you know, it's just really seeking him and being honest with him. Like, ooh, this don't feel good and I don't like this, you know, but understanding that's just a part of the walk.
Can I ask you, why do you trust him?
Because I seen it with my own eyes.
You seen what?
I've seen him do all types of things, miracles, signs, and wonders. I've seen him carry me through things that I didn't think he could carry me through. So even in those moments where I'm like, oh, I don't want this to happen, or I don't want that, it's like, but you lived. And even though saying that, it's like, oh, I still, you know, like the part of you is like, I don't want to do that, you know, but it's like, if he did it before, he can do it again. Yes. So I've just seen too much to not to be like, oh no, he ain't got it. You know, and I think it's always the way that he kind of surprises me or the way that he kind of deals with me. I feel like he kind of understands when I'm like, oh, I don't get it, or I don't want to do this, or this isn't fun and I'm having a hard time. My mind is all over the place and I don't know what to do. And you need to come see about me because I'm losing it. Like, you know, but he's like, oh girl, come on. Right. Come on. Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I want a hug. So yeah.
Okay. I love it. So we gonna pass it right on over the cupcake. Woo!
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. That was good, Rosie. I like that. I do. I trust him with, like you said, everything. I can't do any of this by myself.
Is there anything that you won't give him?
I have to give him everything.
So you literally, for real, trust him with everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to give him everything. I think sometimes, you know, when you ask her, like, if it's your flesh, your mind, and your heart, I think for me it could be all three sometimes. I definitely think, like, I'll be fine, and then my mind, and then I'll rebuke it, and then in my heart I'll feel something else, and then your flesh would feel something else. You know what I mean? That's, again, like what you said, that's where fasting comes in.
But they try to tag team you?
Oh, girl, yes. Man, oh my gosh.
Like, she's getting too strong. Help.
Literally. Yes.
Smackdown.
Like she I literally saw like the Smackdown in wrestling.
Right. Boom. With the chairs and all that.
Yes.
Not the chair.
yes, they triple, double. They try to get you down.
Yeah.
They try to get you down. And, you know, like sometimes you feel like, oh, I got it. And then, like, you know, something will happen. Or the littlest of things can, like, really knock you off. But, like, you need God through all of this.
Yes.
You need him. You can't do nothing. I am nothing without him.
Yes. Come on.
Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing. I wouldn't be on this earth without him. He had a plan, and I'm grateful for his promise. Like, that's the promise he has for everything. This life is not my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
So is all three of yours betray you? You trust him with everything. And there's nothing that you would not trust him with.
No.
And so how do you get through those times when they smacking you down and they double team you?
Sometimes, you know, I gotta fall a little bit, but you gotta pray that thing down.
Yeah.
And when you feel chaotic, like the other day, I felt chaotic.
Yeah.
And I was like, no.
Yeah.
I was like, I rebuked that. I'm like, we not doing this again. I'm not
Yes.
about to fall back. I
Right.
just got out of this.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it again. I'm not playing myself.
Exactly.
No self-sabotaging.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do that at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, get behind me, Satan. These
Yeah.
words really do work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you are under my feet, and that's where
Yeah.
you belong. You cannot dwell here. If I have to, like, I will anoint myself every day.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. Like,
Right.
my thoughts need to be your thoughts. My eyes need to
Yes.
see what you want me to see. Speak what you want me to speak.
Come on now.
I hear what you want me to hear.
Yes.
My heart belongs to you and nowhere
Yeah.
else.
Come on now.
My limbs are for you.
Yes.
I anoint everything.
Yes.
Like, it has to. Because
Yes.
if not, I will be chaotic. One mistake that I made, it's like, no, you got to go double time. I have to be anointed because I can't it needs more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what I'm realizing, more.
Yes.
That's where I stand at the moment. Sorry.
So when you automatically tell yourself and anoint yourself, does that work for you instantaneously?
It gives a relief.
Okay.
It definitely gives a relief.
Yes.
And I feel better than when I did the moment.
Okay.
As I did, like, the previous moments. So, like, it does help. And it gives me a strength to know that I did it.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right then. Come on. What you say when you testify what you say. Reach me. Check 1, 2 on the mic. Reach me.
Right.
Dropping these bars for us. She getting ready to hit us with a hot one.
Oh my goodness. Do I trust him? You know, honestly, I just chose to.
Yes.
Like,
Man.
it's just so different when you think that you have, and then you're humbled and you realize that you have not, and then you realize, like, it's okay.
Yes.
Because now I'm at the end of myself and I can.
Yes.
And I thought I could before. I think I can. I know I can. Until you do, and then you just do.
Yes.
And after that, it's nothing, no matter what all of us ladies have said, that can change, like, your I do.
Yeah.
When you say you trust somebody, you give a I do.
Yeah.
And we all know what that looks like in the form of marriage and things, and sometimes we don't. But when he's like, I'm married to you, like, I trust you. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how can you trust me when I don't even trust myself?
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you how to trust yourself.
Yeah.
By learning to trust me.
Come on now.
Then you can trust who's in you.
Yes.
Because we cannot do this thing on our own. That's why he did everything that he did. He sent himself in the form of Jesus, literally, to embody the full human experience.
Yeah.
So I'm over here thinking I'm humaning and I'm getting in the way of the faith, when it's like, no, I put literal faith in you. I literally put someone in your heart.
Yeah.
And your heart is deceitful, but not with him in there.
Yeah.
So your mind is going to be chaotic,
Yeah.
but with him in there, let this mind be in you, which was also
on.
in Christ Jesus.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, so emptying myself fully, then I can learn to trust you.
Yeah.
Because you literally gave us you so that we can trust you. Who have it more easy than that? Everything is earned, but this
Yeah.
thing is not earned. This thing is just trust.
Yeah.
And people, trust issues. When are you going to be done with that?
Yeah.
And when I decided, you know what, I am done. I'd rather just come into the end of myself, which came through fasting recently, and choose to trust you, not have you on trial.
Yeah.
Not have you convince me
Yeah.
of who you are anymore.
Yeah.
So that I'm not having to be convinced by the devil or by outside opinion or even myself of who I am in you. Once I just receive you fully, then I can learn to trust you. So my trust is recent, but I do.
And
I trust
also
him with
not
all.
having to prove anything to anybody,
Yes.
because he already paid the way.
Yes.
So if he's in me and I'm led by him, I ain't got to do nothing else. All I got to do is just follow him.
It is nobody in this world that you can honestly say that you don't have a subconscious of like, I just want them to be proud. Even if it's a friend, even if it's a sister, even if it's a mother. But with him, he's like, I'm already proud. And you don't even have to do anything but just receive. So it's new, but I do.
But you like it. You like it. So what do you now in this newness of trusting him? What do you trust him with?
Everything, like they said, like even the things that seem so minuscule and just, like it doesn't matter. Like my every thought, even if it's like, this don't make no sense. My movements, how I'm being with myself, in my work, in relationships that are new. Just looking at myself in the mirror, not seeing what I've been through.
Yeah.
So,
don't you get me crying, girl. Don't you get me crying.
just seeing him, like you said, how he see you, how he see life, hearing him, just, man, everything.
Yeah. So you looking from a whole new lens now. You got your prescription straight.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you went to the ultimate optimist, optometrist,
Yes.
that he gave you a prescription that could never be filled without him.
Yes.
So that's so amazing. I
love it. Miss Sweets, she dropping the bars. Y'all hear that?
I love it. I'm trying to keep my baby girls on.
Sorry.
And so when you're now, I know this is new for you, but even in a day's time, in 3 days' time, in 5 days' time,
Yes.
in 10 days' time, the devil going to come after that newness. And what have you been doing? What was your method to be like, sucker, I see you and you going to get on about it?
Exactly that. Sometimes I could be cackling and heck loud and laughing, and sometimes I'm very, very quiet. So a lot of the times when I'm very quiet, that's when I'm getting talked to the most. And it's like, who is talking to me?
Yeah.
So I'll now be like, who is talking to me?
Yeah.
You can't talk to me because now I know how to talk back a little bit.
Yeah.
I may not know how to quote the scripture perfectly, may not know where to turn to in the pages, but I know something is inside of me.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be able to talk to me just any way anymore.
Yeah.
Being able to say things out loud, being able to say things in my mind, like Cupcake was talking about the other day, like, hey, I pray in my mind. If I'm at work, I cannot pray out loud as I'm taking a transaction.
Right.
So a lot of the times it's really casting that thing down, rebuking that thing, telling him where he belongs instead of where he's trying to tell me I belong.
Yeah.
Most of the time is you don't belong here. And it's like, belong where?
Yeah.
I'm literally in him. He's in me.
Yeah.
It's a relationship. Nobody can literally, like Pop said, get in between. Like there's no, if I give room for it, then it's going to be some division that try to come in.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be divided within myself. Double-minded man is unstable in all their ways. And I know if I'm unstable, if I'm feeling chaotic, I'm definitely not in harmony in this connection with Jesus. So it's getting more clear, like Rosie talked about.
So where is those spaces that he try to dibble and dabble,
Ooh, child. In the mind, for sure. In the emotions, as she talked about. All three, the mind, the emotions, and really even with the sight, the taste, see, the five senses. Taste, see, smell, touch, feel. We are not better than anybody as believers. We're just doing life different. So he tries to bring different types of things to me. That's like a different way of looking at it. But if it ain't from the Holy Spirit, then I'm going to know more and more. The more time I'm spending with him. So for me, a lot of times it's in those things. The feelings, the seeing, the hearing, the perception.
Yeah. Girl, you got me feeling in my shondo. Hey, got me feeling in my shondo. I love it. Okay, slide that thing to Baxter.
Okay, so when you first asked the question, like in the beginning, when you asked Rosie, you're like, I was like, do you want your man or not? Issa Rae, shout out Issa Rae. Just kidding. JK, shout out Jesus. But and then while y'all were talking,
Hit him with, do you know your plan or not?
do you know your plans or not?
You gotta have a plan in this thing.
She couldn't remember her name. Right. I was watching that the other day.
Okay, we reeling it back.
Let's get back to it. Okay. So, do I trust God? Well, so I was thinking about also when y'all were speaking was how it's like we think about, or at least for me, I think about like when I think about trusting people, how it's been hard like to trust people like growing up. And then I think about God and I'm like, that's not, but it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. And it's like you can't put your trust in people the same that you can put your trust in God because like we said, he's already written it. He's the beginning and the end. He already knows, you know, like he already knows what every single thing that you're going to go through, what you're dealing with right now. So for me, it was like, man, and I started tearing up too when Misha was talking because I was like, dang, like really realizing like we talk about like he's that one. He is that guy because it's like, man, like being hurt from someone, it can hurt. Like it really can hurt when you're in your feelings, your emotions, in your heart. Like it hurts, it breaks. And even like or having loss and all these things. I started thinking about losing my brother and stuff when y'all were talking. I was like, dang, but still like there's God and but still I trust him, but still I know like even though that happened, it was all for his good, all for a reason. It was all for a part of his plan, but also the plan for me, and just everything connected to it. So that was like, sorry, that was heavy for me, but that's what I was thinking about. And then it's funny because I was sorry, let me calm down a little bit. So the other day I started worrying a little bit. I think it was like yesterday, the day before, but anyway, it's funny because when you're dealing with God or when you're talking to him more, he'll talk back to you. And he said to me, he's like, haven't I kept you? And I was like, dang, Lord. I'm like, you have. And then I had to get quiet because I was like, and then I had to sit with myself because I was like, dang, no, you've kept me this whole time, this whole way. And who am I to really like, who am I to just sit in my worry and all these different things, my distrust, like in anything, like that is just, it's honestly crazy to not trust him. So, although I'm like working through, cause I struggle in my mind too, in my heart, I think with all three a little bit, my flesh for sure. But like I said, it's like when you spend more time with him, then it's easier to get back to, like we say, we keep our mind stayed on him. Then it's way easier to combat those feelings and those things. But yeah.
So, what do you trust him with?
So speaking about family, that's a big thing for me that I had to like realize that I couldn't like play God for other people or even like my relationships, my friendships and all these different things. And so I had to realize like, nah, I trust you with basically me being like not being a people pleaser anymore. And I trust you just in knowing that basically I trust you in who I am, like there, because there was a lot of like insecurities, different things like that, and trying to hold to a standard that wasn't even a standard, like basically like pre-saved stuff like that. But I mean, I trust him honestly with everything. It's like you have to in this walk at this point because there's nothing else. Like it's really this walk, like living saved and living for the promise like we talked about, because if we're not living for and doing the work for the promise, then it's no promise, like, you know. So that's for me.
So you trust him with everything, and why do you trust him with everything?
I'm gonna cry. I think like even Rosie was saying, like we all were saying, like he done brought me through too many things. He done seen me through so many things. And I think we could all say that, like for real. It's like God is just too big. He is too, like you said, he's working, when you were talking about him working and like going to coming to see about you, coming to see, or canceling assignments, or canceling the devil's assignment on your behalf. Just all these different things, like when we're asleep, when we don't even know, when all of a sudden you didn't get in that crash, or you didn't die because you were drunk and driving, and you didn't do all these different things. And that's really, like, God really keeps you, and you didn't die from suicide. You didn't, you know, just all these different things, like, that I think about, that the devil really can play with and can really try, like we talk about, take you captive in your heart and your mind, and all of these things. And it's like, man, like, so I think for me, because I mean, I'm emotional, but it's like for me, like, I was talking about, like I said, like, just the trust thing. It's like, man, like, and then because it's like you could really be out here thinking you're all alone, all by yourself, until you just say, okay, Lord, I trust you. And it's like, then everything changes. Everything changes. You realize how everything can be restored, renewed, all these that we talk about. It's like, it's honestly amazing. And it's crazy because I feel like so many of us are like pre-saved. We're tricked into thinking like we have to live in the bondage. We have to live in the sadness and the broken, like but it's like, no, like there is a way maker. Like there's a man who cares about us. Like we said, come to see about us. So for me, that's,
Cupcake, why you trust him? And Baxter, you was feeling that in your shondo. I was like, hey, we about to take a praise break. Right. I love it. Why you trust God, Cupcake?
I trust him because I can't do it by myself. I don't trust myself. I can't depend on me sometimes. People say that I can always depend on me. No, you can't. Because you can lead yourself down the wrong path. I need him through everything. He will keep me, just like Becky said. He will keep you and cover you. Like, I need him. I need him. I can't do anything without him. He woke me up this morning. He gave me a second mom. You know, he gave me a sister that I didn't know I was even going to have. You know, I have sisters. I have family. I have things that I never thought that I could have or will be okay with, to not be depressed, to be truly happy, to be free like you are. I'm so excited for you. To really be in that space. You know what I mean? You can't do anything without him. The love is overwhelming. It's a different type of love. It's a completely different type of love. It's not something you want to lose once you get it. How feeling it is, how warm you feel. Like there's nothing that he can't do for you. And sometimes you can't depend on man. Even the people you think that should be the closest to you and keep you covered can't do that. So to have somebody that'll be like, yeah, come here. I got you. I will cover you. I will love you. I will speak to you. I will help you grow. That's beautiful. Not everybody gets that. And once you realize sometimes you can't get it from the people you think you can, he can. Ooh,
Y'all got me all in my shondo now. Hit me in the shondo with the 1, 2, 3. Starting off with Reach Meesh, then Bex to come on, punch me in the chin, lifting my baby girls. Then here come my baby girl, finishing me off, polishing me up for the people, for the peoples. I love it. Just, man, just that you know that you get that you understand that you've touched and felt it and being able to handle it now. Because sometimes we can't handle the idea of there's somebody bigger and better and that you can't trust you, even though you're with you all the time. You can't trust and rely on you. So let me relinquish my stuff over to the one who can. That's pretty dope. Reesh Meesh.
Yes. Thank you. You know, I could break out in a song right now, but you know what? There's like literally, there's literally like a new song in my heart, and sometimes it doesn't even have to have any words, and that's so different as a person who's always used a tool that God gave me to help me navigate my little young life and even my older life. to get me out of things. But the song ends, though.
Yeah.
He's a song that she said is really a love song that it's only between you and him, you know? And when you see people, you want them to have that because you can see them sad. You can see them feeling alone, feeling like, feeling, thinking that their life is just to feel.
Yeah.
And yes, you know, we have emotions that we were given, but he wants to fill us.
Yeah.
And to be filled with his presence and to know his presence and even to know when the feeling ain't there that he's there.
Yeah.
Those are things that if there wasn't another thing that was done, that would be enough.
Yes.
And people don't even always feel enough, but when you know that you have someone that knows that you are worth it, knows that you are worthy, that you deserve love, even if you don't think you do, that's why he would call himself love.
Yeah.
That's why I would trust him, because a human thing is just wanting love.
Yeah.
A human thing is just wanting to be seen, to be felt, and to be heard. And he does. And for me, I feel like the trust, like Rosie said, is sometimes it is in waves.
Yeah.
Sometimes it is like a real relationship where you're like, hey, I ain't got it. I don't have the trust. But you even gave me your word to say, help my unbelief.
Yeah.
Like, I do believe, but help my unbelief, Lord.
Yeah.
And for him to even know us so well that he would know we would doubt him when there's no doubt that we should have, and still choose to love us and still choose to be there. That is only going to come from a father. That is only going to come from somebody showing you how to mother yourself. Somebody giving you someone who would see you the way he does, giving you someone who would say, no, we gonna get out of our comfort zone, like Pop said, and we gonna, what's in you, more than what you thought. So for me, the trust just continues to just grow because I'm growing with the trust. It's nothing that's expected for me outside of just getting to know him. And when you say I know him, man, it's like I don't even know him like I want to know him. But he's still like, you know me, girl. You know me enough. And I'm like, I don't want to get to the VIP line of heaven. And you'd be like, get away from me. I never knew you. Like, come on, y'all, come in. And he's like, no, I don't want that for you. You got till the end of your days. We don't know the day or the hour, but you have every single day and moment to get to know me again. I don't care if you go distant. I'm still going to be near. So for me, the trust showed you how to trust again, like Beck said, so that you can say, finally, we just want rest. At the end of the day, trust to me equals rest. Trust to me equals peace. These things are interchangeable. So for me, I'm just continuing to just start with the blooming seed and then grow in this thing.
For me, do I trust him? Absolutely. There was a time when I did not trust him. And when I was beginning my walk, and he would always hit me with, do you trust me? I'm like, nah, I don't even know you. I'm like, Jesus, bro. Like,
Jesus, breast is crazy.
It's like, no, I don't trust you, you know. I just met you yesterday, you know. And he never got offended with that like we would get offended, you know. He never held back on me because I didn't trust him. He just kept loving a little harder, loving a little longer, being long suffering with me, being patient with me, kept loving on me because that's what I needed. And then as I began to walk and talk and sup with him, then I began to trust him. So then as we begin to grow and love on each other, that he would then hit me with that, do you trust me? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, what's up? Like, oh God, when you say that, it's about to go down. But it would be like I would just hold on to his unchanging hand. I would imagine myself grabbing each side of his garment and just holding on to it like never before when the terrain got roughy, real rough, and we got shifty, and things were not coming together, people lying on me, mistreating me, talking bad about me, kids acting crazy, no longer in great relations with family and loved ones, money, all kinds of crazy and up and down, job situation. I'm starting my own business, that going a little haywire. People at church sitting and lying and creating all of these stories about you that were not true. And then people saying, oh, you think you're better than everybody. I had to trust him through it all. You know, though they slay me, yet will I trust him. When my kids, when situations happen with them and they were in their own journey, as they're in their own journey now, that I had to depend on them. When they got into situations where it was life or death, I had to depend on God because I couldn't get to Oakland. I couldn't get to this city or this state or wherever they were at. I had to trust him. So I trust him with my life, with my kids' life, with my husband's life, with you guys' life. I just trust him, matter of factly, no matter what comes or goes. I'm in this thing. And why do I trust him? Because it got shifty. Things were shifty and I couldn't fix it on my own. I couldn't control it on my own. And I had to trust him. So that's why I trust him. And because he's brought me through so much, through kids being sick. Them saying, oh, you got 30 minutes and say goodbye to your son. You know, one peeing blood. You know, one being, you know, involved with activities that, you know, he wasn't brought up in. And, you know, and I had to ask God to dispatch his angels. You know, so it was just all of these different things that, you know, I had to trust him with. There was no other option, like you said. I couldn't go and be here and somewhere else at the same time. So I had to rely on him because he's a protector. He's a waymaker. He's a lover. He's a gentleman. He is a provider. He is a way out of no way. A doctor, a lawyer, a mother, a father, a friend. My God, he's all of these things that all in one. Like all in one, you know. He's my all in all, you know. So that's why I trust him. But I'm feeling a little bit led to do a little something. With so much stuff in the world and so many things that goes on, and so many times we see women against women and being catty. I just want to take a little time to love on each other. So, Rosie, I would like for you to just say some things about Reach Meech that you love and that.
I'll cry before I even start. Oh, I'm gonna put it together. I was doing so well, you know, like I got misty, but I was like, and I was like, take that deep breath in. Now I'm like, like that man. I can't even see. I'm tearing up so bad.
I'm like, Jesus.
All right, I'm like, Lord, I'm caught up. Mish. India Mish, Misha Cole. Because that's what I always call her something different. It has been an honor.
Yes, Lord.
A delight. My pleasure getting to know you. Doing this walk with you. Having a friend. That's my sister. You guys are all my sisters. But I don't have many friends. It has been amazing to watch you grow. Yes. It has been amazing for you to overcome, to see you overcome. Yes. It's been amazing to watch you be set free. Yes. It has been amazing to have you as a confidant, as a friend, as a sister. We laugh, we cry, we grow, we learn. It has been wonderful. I love everything about you. Your quirkiness, the way you be running around all crazy, and I'm like, here she go again, like, you know, zoom, yeah, zoom, you know. I just, you know, and I'm just like, that's just her, you know, that's just her, that's my friend. Y'all better not say nothing about her. Yeah, like, because we coming, yeah. It's only cool when I say it. It has been. It's been amazing, you know, thinking about when I first met you, the progression, you know, up until now, you know, even watching you and Sonny's relationship. Like, I just think that's so cool because he thinks he's her big brother. He's 5. So he's like, but it's just like, I enjoy like spending time with you. I enjoy our conversations. I enjoy even when we're just sitting around not talking, or when we have our own little like Bible study, or we go to church by ourselves because everybody else is at work and me and Mish work from home. Right. So it's like we the work from home team. So, you know, we just sit down and we really have like, yeah, you know, we have like real like godly type conversations. And it's important that someone has a you. Yeah. Because we could go to people and say, oh, I said this, and they wouldn't be godly counsel. Sometimes I get mad and I run off at my mouth, and Misha sits there like, because she knows that I need that. Yeah. And that's priceless to me. Even though you be like, I know you think I'm being weird because I'm not saying that. It's like, no, I get it. Because you don't want to feed my frustration. Yeah. And I respect that. You have been a friend. You have been godly counsel. Mm-hmm. And she could have flipped out. She could have flipped out. But you have been just what I needed. Yeah. You've been just what I needed. And, you know, I think that God gives us things sometimes that we don't know that we need. But you have truly been a blessing to me. I wouldn't trust my son around everybody. Yeah. There's very few people that could say like, oh, he came over here and spent the night, or he, you know, I wouldn't let my baby go with everybody. I love you. I honor you. Yeah. I respect you. Mm-hmm. I believe that this is a friendship that God put together. Yeah. And I thank you. I thank you for serving me when I couldn't do it. Yeah. I thank you for being a friend. I thank you for being godly counsel. I thank you for being a woman of faith. I thank you for being a woman of God. Yeah. I thank you for being my sister. Yes. I thank you that you accepted the call to do what needed to be done. I thank you for standing in faith with me. I thank you for touching and agreeing with me. I thank you for praying with me when I didn't feel like praying, and you said, no, we need to touch and agree. I thank you for being an agreement partner, an accountability partner. I thank you for those moments where you give me a word and you don't even know you gave me a word. You know, I thank you, and I honor you. There is nothing I could do really to repay you. You have been a game changer. I remember when I first started this walk, and I remember saying, dang, I ain't got no friends, you know, and it was just like me, Duana, and Shantae, and I'm like, I guess that's it, Lord, huh? We the 3 musketeers out here. And I'm like, well, I mean, that's cool. I mean, if that's how you want to do it, Lord. I mean, and yeah, I'm like, you know, Jesus only brought a couple people in the room, so I get it. You know,
can't trust everyone.
Right? You know, everybody don't get to see the miracle. You know, so it has been a pleasure, you know, getting to re-know you and getting to spend time with you and getting to laugh, because we be laughing. So, you know, from the biggest of things to the smallest of things, thank you for pouring into me when I didn't have it. Yeah. And I mean, I couldn't thank you enough. Yeah. I really couldn't. You have been amazing. Yes. Amazing. Magnificent. Yes. What a friend we have in Mish too. Right. You know, not just Jesus, but Mish too. So I really do. I thank you. It has been amazing. It's amazing. I wouldn't trade any of you guys for anything, you know. It's a pleasure to walk with women like you guys. It's a pleasure to fast with people like you guys. It's amazing.
And we all say, we love it. All of it. All of it. All of it.
Oh my God. Okay.
All righty, you're going to pass that on right to Baxter. Baxter, I am going to ask you to pour into Rosie.
I'm already gonna cry. Rosie, I don't even know what to say because it's like you never know, like you said, you never know what you need, what you really needed until you get it. And it's like I never knew what a kingdom friendship, a kingdom family, a kingdom relationship was until I really stepped into this walk with y'all. And for you, I could just picture the day that you were like, okay, Becky, you opened your arms up and you're like, okay, Becky, come on home. Come on home. And really, like, I don't even know if y'all knew in the moment what that was doing for me, but
Yes.
nah, y'all know. You allowing me to come and live with y'all is crazy. And it really kept me, probably saved my life, actually, because it was going nowhere fast, real fast. And honestly, Rosie, like, you are really like, I have a big sister, but she wasn't able, she was in a different state, whole different thing. And I never knew how bad I have always wanted to be close with my older siblings, and I never had that. And once I was able to connect with you and Cupcake and all of you, it's like crazy. Like, I never knew what a sisterhood, like being a sister was like, and having a big sister was like. And it's like crazy because we could be friends and then we could be sisters. You could correct me, and it's all like, it's really a relationship. Like we said, it's something I never knew I needed. And you are really, it's crazy because we still can talk and tell each other things that we didn't even know about each other. And I love that, how we can go deeper onto such deeper levels and really confide in one another, and really in a way of where we still like, we can still talk about Jesus, all these different things. You know what I mean? And it's no judgment, it's no nothing. And really, I think I see, from my perspective, it's crazy. I just admire how strong you are and how amazing you are and how just great of a mom that you are and everything that you do and everything. We always talk about how literally what you do means so much and how without you, a lot of things would crumble real fast, real quick. And Rosie, it's like, I feel like sometimes it's easy to get defeated, or it's easy to really like, it's hard, like things get hard and you might want to give up all these different things, but it's like, man, you have come so far. Yes. So far. God has brought you through. Like, he came to see about you. Yes. There's so many things. And I just know it's crazy. I'm so thankful for you, and I just know that he sees all the work that you put in daily, every day, and that he's coming to see about you. Yes, and I love you. I love you. Literally, like,
we need to put the table back, right. To put tissues on it, and we all say, I love that. That's just like that thing right over the Cupcake. Cupcake, you gonna pour in the Baxter?
Oh, Rebecca L. My Becky L. Yo, it's so dope having a little sister. Like, no, for real. It's dope. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for God. I'm grateful for Joe for bringing you in and her like checking me like, no girl, like this is it. Like you gonna like her. You fine. And I love you. I love you down. I appreciate the correction. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the times where we just look at each other and start busting up laughing for no reason. Me creeping down the stairs and you coming into work from out of work and you be like, what? Like, what are you doing?
that was hilarious. Are you looking at me through the window?
No. But I love the growth. I love to see the God in you. I love the loyalty in you, because you ride hard.
Yeah.
Becky, you ride hard.
Yeah.
And when you say you ride hard, you mean it. And you do it.
Yeah.
I love you down. And, you know, sometimes, like, we get through stuff and we don't really have a time to do it, to really talk to you and, like, pour into each other. So this is awesome. Come on. But I love you down. I appreciate you. I appreciate the corrections you give me, even though sometimes you don't even know that you're doing it. I appreciate the advice that you give me. Even the way you talk, the way you speak is amazing. It makes me want to get, like, what do I need to do?
Yes.
I love that. I can learn from you too. You say like you're the little sister, but no, we all learn from you. There's so many things that you offer that I feel like sometimes you don't even know. You are beautiful. You are insightful. You are loving. You are caring. You are helpful. You are great.
Yes.
You need to know you are great and stand 10 toes down on that.
Yes.
You are beautiful inside and out, and I love you.
I love that.
We love it. Slide that over to Rishmish. Rishmish, you gonna pour in the cupcake?
I only make this ugly old face for Cupcake, aka my mother.
Your baby mother.
Like, I can't say anything to Cupcake without thanking Rosie, and I love you too, because Rosie literally shared her baby sister, who was a little big sis. But I've always had my sister who's bossing, and I appreciated that from her. But I was never allowed to be like the big sis, and I didn't even mind that actually. But when I got to know you, it just let me know like a stranger could even care for you like so quickly without even knowing you. The times where you would just check on me or tell Rosie I have to see where Misha's at. She needs to come home. This is even before I even lived here. Mother had me clocking in to home after I clocked out. And I like so appreciated that because no shade, no tea to anybody. Y'all know I say that. But literally, you can be in a beautiful space. You can look beautiful on the outside. You can, but feel so empty. And something inside of her knew. Like, instead of pointing it out and being petty about it or backbiting, I'm going to draw near to me. I know it's not all together, but so what? Here goes my soap. Here goes my lotion. Here goes my things. I'm going to share them. What I have is what you have. That's big. Because I've never experienced that besides Rosie, where it's like without any shoe to drop, without any strings attached. And you did that. What you are, I really can't even put it all the way in words. And you know I got a lot of them. But I just thank you. I thank you for coming full face. I thank you for pulling back. I thank you for all the shifts that you're learning to do. I thank you for choosing your call. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for believing God. Thank you for listening, hearing from him, gleaning. Thank you for sharing, Bex, sharing your sister. That's big. Sharing your mom. That's huge. I don't take those things lightly. So I'll just thank you. Just thank you. And I love you and continue to be you because I know I don't say much and I say a whole bunch without that too, and you know that too. But thank you for trusting my process in God. That's big. And I just appreciate you more than you know. All the things you do that nobody notices, I notice them. And I thank you for that. Because those are things that I notice. But to have a help, to learn how to be an auntie with a Y and not a FaceTime auntie like I was told. Just to be able to heal from things. From seeing how to take care of children and things that you won't even imagine. Those little small things and they're big things. So I just thank you for just... man, bringing us all together, being the glue, really. Really. And I love you.
I love that. My God, my women of God. I love y'all all so much. In so many different ways. Rosie, for your faithfulness. The way your tenacity, your fight. Even when you're hurt and wounded, you keep going. Even when you feel like you're dry, you know now how to go to the source, which is in Jesus. The way you listen for God, the way you sit and look for him in every situation, in every corner, in every pocket, that you know how to hold on to his unchanging hand, that you know that a man that came to see about you will come and see about the ones you're praying for, and that you believe God in the midst of what your eyes see. Sometimes when your heart fails you, that he kicks you in another gear. I love to see the growth in you, how you move, even when you feel like you ain't got it. You like, where my legs at? I don't got no legs. I can't feel my legs. And you say, in those times, I feel you just crawling, the torso just crawling. I will not stop until you bless me, Lord. I won't move. I won't blink. I won't deter. I will keep going. And I want you to know that I love you, that I appreciate you. For the times you prayed for me when my body wasn't doing well. When you always want to say, I got to see about my woman of God. Right. I appreciate the love that we share. The times that we talk. Times that you crying. Sometimes when I'm hard on you. And I give you the uncut word of God. Not what the one to think. Not the one to relations with. Not none of those. Not the sweet vibrations. None of those things. But his uncut word. And you dust yourself off and keep going. I'm determined to see what the end gonna be. That's just what I always feel. I'm determined to see what the end gonna be. Even when you feel like, oh, what's the point? Like, forget it. And he's like, no, get on over here. Get your nappy head self over here. I want you to know that I don't take any of it lightly. That I love you down to my double soul. I love you. Baxter, my God, woman of God. Mighty woman of God. The chains that you will break. The ways that you will allow with your life and the words of God to help break generational curses. The things that you have overcome. The way that you've learned what it is to love. Yeah. And it's like, Lord, I done seen this love and I done tasted it and I done piddled around with it and I done held it and I'm not letting go. What come what may, I'm in this thing with you for life. Lord, that I love you and I adore you because of things that you brought me out of and how you protected me and encamped your angels around me. And how you always looking like, okay, Lord, now I need to level up. What must I do? Even in those lazy days where you like, but he then snap you into place and you like, up, at attention. You like, fix your vest, get your uniform on. Right. Because they help you see and hear. I love the way you say, I'm not going to move either. No matter what. You didn't prop me too far, Lord. You didn't kept me from seen dangers and unseen dangers. And I must tell you, thank you face to face. What a mighty God, Lord, that I serve. I want him and them and Shem, all of them, to come and see about you. Because you came to see about me. And now I just want to tell a man about Jesus. I want to tell a girl about Jesus. I want to tell the brokenhearted about Jesus. I want to tell that little girl, hold on. He didn't bring you this far to just bring you this far. I love you, little girl. I love you. The way you just say, I'm not moving. No matter what flesh say. No matter how he want to run rapid. I'm not going to stop. Even when you got backed up and fasting, you was like, oh Lord. But I'm going to have to see what the end is going to be. I'm going to have to, right. I'm gonna have to see what the end. But did you finish? All right. See what? Hey, hold on. A change is coming. My God. Some kind of change. My God. Reeshmeesh. Just a chucky chair. My God. The way you keep going. Keep fighting through. There's like tunnels after tunnel after tunnel, hurdle after hurdle that you had to untangle and unweave and unlearn and undo and unhear some things. But you said, I got to see what it looked like. Because I didn't go through all this pain, all this confusion, all this misery, all this doubt to just be left here. I have to see for myself what they see and say. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good. I got to know you like that for myself. I can't depend on mama. I don't know about daddy. Can't nobody help me but you. And I got to figure it out with you. And so if I got to steal alone to myself for a little bit, so be it, I'll do it. I just got to figure it out with you, Lord. Because I don't want to be bottled down in no way. I just want my spirit to flow in you and with you. Because I love you. I don't really know what love look like or feel like. But I know it's something greater. Because you keep pushing me to it. And pushing me out of it. And pushing me through it. And so, Lord, I love you. I see your work. I see the times when you're quiet. I see the times when you like, I gotta get it. I gotta go. Yeah, it's nice what y'all talking about, and I love you. Gotta go. But I need to see a man named Jesus to figure out all of this stuff, emotional things that I'm going through. I see you, Mama. I see you, and I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going, Mama. Keep going. Baby girl, my baby girl. As the tears flow, there is no words. There is no words to tell you how much I love you and how I appreciate you. How sometimes I just think about you and I just, Lord, touch her mind. Have your way. Because the mantle is heavy and the things that you feel sometimes are so fleeing, so everywhere, trying to process your own stuff and other people's stuff, and the gifting is a lot. And so I honor you, even as being as young as you are, to accept the call. Because some people wait till they're 59 and then accept the call. But you said, Lord, here am I. I just want to please you. I want to do what's right and honorable unto you, Lord. And the way that you love me, you always say that you needed me, but I needed you. To have that little girl that I never got to have. To get the love on you. We like one and the same. So it's like when I get to getting off and going all off, and not in a bad way, but we do this little Mary Poppins songs and all of these things, like she be right behind me. Or something going on in the spirit and I'm like, and she already like, too. When I move, she move. The times when I have to correct you, that you don't get too in your feelings, and you know I just love you. I want the best for you. I want the best for you. So I'm not telling you to take down to nothing that ain't what God say. because you deserve the best. Keep going, baby girl. What comes, what may. Keep going. The change in you. Most of the times you probably didn't even know where your where your shoes or your bra was because you was down bad. As you always say, and I'm not exposing nothing because she done already said it a gazillion times here. But how he kept you. How he protected you. How he saved you, not only for you, but alcohol and somebody else who wanted to do harm to you. How he loved you through depression. How he kept you through sadness. How he told you, hold on. It's something greater for you. I love the fact that you're like, Lord, I gotta keep going. Because this thing on my life is big. And the fact that you recognize it and you answered it. Man, there is no words to even see a little me. It's like so funny. It's so hilarious. We were like, oh my gosh, she's just like you. I'm like, I know, right? And not because people are like, oh, y'all mean. No. But we ain't taking no calls from the devil. Absolutely not. I want you to know that I love you down to my triple soul. That it is so my delight to see you go and move and answer the call and let God work on you and work in you and work through you. It is my delight to see this over your life. Man, like it just brings me so much joy. You know, even when y'all all fasting and praying and seeking God, doing y'all things, like to see y'all level up. Like I am so proud, so happy, so overjoyed, overwhelmed, so full of love. Like, oh my God, you guys just don't know like the way I feel to see you guys move in the calling that he set over y'all life, and how you don't stop, how you don't quit, how even when you're frustrated, you still keep going. You still keep going. I honor you, women of God. I love you, women of God. I adore you guys. I adore you. To see you love on God like that. To see him be able to talk to you and tell you, no, not that. Don't do that. Or I want you to do this. I want you to give me that. And that you obey. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So I just wanted to, love on y'all and encourage you to keep going, keep pushing, keep crying when you have to, because sometimes this thing get hard and all you can do is cry and just say Jesus, because there's power in that name. Sometimes that's all you can do is just call on the name of Jesus. So I know it went long and we done took 19 rights and then the back alley and the U-turn. But the Lord just, said that to encourage. And so many times in this world today, you see so many things that people are talking bad about him, but just to know that this is real. There's nothing fake about our relationships. We all groove and jive in different ways. We're always laughing and communicating, and even the hard things. We talk about the hard things and we discuss them, and we lay down the fence and we do what we're supposed to do, get in our bag, and we seek Christ, and we still love on each other. We still ain't loving on each other. We still loving on each other. Well, that was the crying session today. I believe my baby girl is kind of cricket. I'm pretty sure that it's leaning right now. Leaning on the Lord. So that was our episode on So Sweet Sunday today. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm Sweets.
I'm Rosie.
I'm Dexter.
I'm Reese.
And we out. Whoop, whoop. crying all the way.
Let me go get you the world, baby. I'll be right back. Get your diamonds and them pearls, baby. I'll be